Alright, this is better. I'm testing out a Photo Pro UFO mini tripod. I guess I'll do a little garden tour. My husband's playing some games. We have our little cousins over. They're 4 and 5, so they're playing with Stevie outside. We were outside, but they want to play with toys. So I guess we can start with our front porch. And this was a little drop-in bloom that we got from Home Depot. This is a nice little tripod, I will say. So we had gone away a couple days. They were kind of watered a little bit. We're just getting back on with fertilizing and getting them back on the schedule, but it's been very hot, so you kind of see. And it says doing pretty good. The Calibracoa that was back there. I kind of deadhead them a little bit. The verbena looks very nice, but I kind of been deadheading them as I go. But this is coming back really nice, so I'm liking it. I'm not a big red flower person, but I think this looks really nice. So once the fall comes, so this has probably been a month since, or maybe 3 weeks since the last time I did a little garden tour. This has just gotten huge. So my grandmother put this together for me. So she put together some impatiens. So it looks like there's some coming in. Petunias, those are getting really big. Some could be deadheaded. So see, like something like that in there you could take out. So you can get the geraniums. There's some buds on here. I mean, the top doesn't look so good, but they're hanging in there. And some impatiens, some more impatiens, some impatiens back there. So it was a couple flowers, but now it's huge. So over here, we had a stilby. They were like light pink and purple, and they've kind of bloomed all the way, and yeah, they fizzled out. So you know, it's nice and green still, but I got to figure out when to cut those. These are the first years that they're coming in. The hydrangea, you know, you just leave it alone. It'll come back next year. And there's a piece of a bleeding heart that I'll probably cut away because it's getting yellow and kind of shriveled, so it doesn't look too good. But the stilby, even though it's bloomed, and the colors out of those little plumes or whatever you call them, the green still looks really nice. Then we have a little hanging on the shepherd hook, our little hanging pots. These are like identical, but Calibracoa is doing better than the Calibracoa. I guess it's coming in over here. Verbena's coming back, so this was kind of in trouble. It's still in a little trouble, but there's a lot of buds, a lot of new growth. I just put last week the long release fertilizer, so it's not water soluble where you pour it in like a watering can and add water and the fertilizer dissolves. This is actual like food, so you put like a tablespoon and you put it around the perimeter of the pot, and it's a long release. So I'm gonna try to do that every once a month or every 6 weeks. So, but this is coming back really nice. It's got some new verbena coming. The Calibracoa wasn't on this when it's coming in, so we've got verbena, Calibracoa, and petunias on both of them. So it's coming back. I gave it a haircut too, so like it was kind of getting long in some spots, so I did kind of snip off some like leggy spots, so you know the whole plant can thrive. So like something like this, I have to snip off. Alright, so we'll come over here. Big butterfly bush. I don't think it was so big. There's some blooms coming back on, but it's been purple, and the bees have been loving it. So I haven't seen any butterflies yet, but this is a butterfly bush. And then we have our proven winners, petunias. or super petunias. They're actually that's an aster. So I've been cutting it back since it's been coming in, so it can get bushy. I used to have 2 chrysanthemums next to them, but they didn't come back, so we just took it out. But once it starts coming in, starts getting green, you start cutting it back every couple weeks. The last time I cut it back was around 4th of July, and I won't do it anymore because it's going to start getting its buds and flowers. So you don't want to cut it when the buds and flowers start coming in. There were dianthus in these spots. This is kind of coming back a little bit, but I cut them back. So they had fully bloomed, and I just cut them back. They might come back, they might not, but that's okay. See, there's a little dianthus right there. But the super petunias, those are Bordeaux. These are lavender skies. These are, I think they're just, I forgot the name of the white ones, but this one's doing really nice. It's really spreading nice. And I kind of cut these back a little bit too. This one's kind of leggy. Like, I probably cut, even though it has flowers on it, cut it back so it can so the plant can thrive a little better. But those are Bordeaux, those are Royal Velvet, Lavender Skies. This Lavender Skies isn't doing too much, but this white one was doing great. I think next year I might just do just one color. This is the hydrangea that Steve bought me one Mother's Day, and it's coming back white, and I love it. So it's kind of starting out like a green, like chartreuse, and it's actually white. We didn't know if it was going to be, depending on the acidity of your soil, it could be pink, or it could be blue or purple. And you can add, one of the kids are at the door, you can add stuff, you could add lime to your soil, and it will actually change it to whatever color you want. So these are the barrels, and they really grew. I'm talking, sweetie, okay?
Mommy, I'm playing with Legos.
Okay, that's good. And these are the dahlias, so. Okay, the dahlias are getting huge. The lilies are all gone, so you might as well. There's a couple tiger lilies, but the lilies, they all bloomed out. They were beautiful. My grandmother had come over while we were on vacation and cut some off for a floral arrangement. They were beautiful. We had a lot of white, some red. We had the tiger lilies, and right up front there were yellow and orange. But those are all gone. So I'm just gonna leave the stalks until they die out, and then we'll cut them. So for the perennials, you kind of want the bulbs or whatever is bringing them back to kind of get all the energy it can and really die. Let it get brown or yellow, and then you cut off what's kind of unsightly. So it'll have its stores when it's dormant. So these are the barrels, and it's looking pretty good. So that's the purple fountain grass. You're getting like the kind of wheat looking plumage, I guess you can call it, but it's growing taller. At first it was kind of struggling, but now it's really coming in. And then the petunias, they're filling and spilling, which is good. So when you do a container, you want a filler, a spiller. The sweet potato vine is the spiller, and it's huge. Because last time I gave a tour, it was kind of just hanging on the edge, but now, I mean, it's all the way down. Almost. Shut the door, baby, so flies don't get in the house. The geranium's hanging in there, but the geranium, that's a filler too. And then your thriller. So you have a thriller, filler, and spiller. But the petunia is coming over, so it's acting as a filler and a spiller. So this looks great. I'm really happy with the white wave petunias. I'm happy with the geraniums too. I'm really happy with the I knew the sweet potato vine was going to do what it's going to do, but I'm really happy with the fountain grass that it's finally coming in. And then the dahlias, oh my god, last year we planted these and we only had one one flower come up, the stalk is, I mean, it's thick and it's sturdy. But once these flowers, I mean, they're the size of like dinner plates. They're so huge. Once we're gonna have to kind of like reinforce it with something, like put like a little fence or something like that, just so they don't flop over, because they will get heavy. But we have a ton of flowers. They were kind of little. I mean, they were probably up to where the siding starts, and now they're way up. And here's one. So let's see if you can compare. I mean, that's my hand. So this is like, so far it's starting to open up. I mean, it's covering my hand. And this is the second barrel. This looks really great. So I have white geraniums in both, but these white geraniums are hanging on, but the petunias are doing so good, and they're spilling. So I mean, the petunias are supposed to be a filler, but it's acting as a spiller, which is great. So there's a couple, one a deadhead, couple of these. This tripod seems to be working out great too. There's some ants. But the sweet potato vine, I mean, it's gonna get so big. If I do another tour next month, so yeah, it's almost done at the bottom. If I do another tour next month, it will be over here. And this purple fountain grass is doing great too. We got some kind of wispy plumage. So these look really good. So something's been eating. We had to guard against something eating our cucumbers. They haven't gotten to the tomatoes, and this was our solution. So Steve, you know, we bought this like this garden fencing, and we didn't have enough to go all the way around. Yes, sweetie?
Remember when you said when you come over next time you want to make brownies?
Yeah, but I got cake. I got cake and frosting. Huh? We're gonna make cake later. You want to make a cake? We'll make a big cake. So anyway, before we went on vacation, we really didn't have a solution. Steve's supposed to make a door, so this was the solution, our sled. So this is our door. We have to climb over it. All right. So we just transplanted the, oh, let me get out of the way. We just transplanted, not my big shadow. Oh, there we go. We transplanted these cucumbers from the small... Yeah, get another one and come back outside, okay, sweetie? So we just transplanted 2 cucumbers that were in the smaller containers to these bigger Home Depot containers. So Steve put a hole in for drainage, and they're already doing better. They were not doing very good in those smaller containers, and the roots were starting to come out from the bottom. So it needs more room. It probably needs to be in the ground, but they seem to be doing really good in these containers. But here we got a cucumber. I love that. And there's a couple more coming. Let's see if we can see the flowers. Oh yeah, see, like that's I don't know if it'll focus, but that's a tiny cucumber. There's a bunch, all these flowers. Oh, there goes another one. All these flowers are cucumbers. It's fruit. But that one looks so good. We never grew cucumbers. We've done tomatoes, so that's another transplanted one. And it wasn't doing so good, if you can see by the leaves, but we're just gonna, you know, repot it, put fertilizer, you know, just give it some TLC and see if it comes back. So these are our tomatoes. This was so small. This one was smaller than this one, and it's bigger than this one. So these two are they're different tomatoes, but what they are indeterminate type plants. So that means that they are going to spread and get wild. What we should be getting every year, since we have them in a container and have like the tomato cage. We should get it indeterminate, so it's only going to get a certain height and a width, but we got the crazy ones, so they're indeterminate. But if you're going to have them in a container or like a small space and you don't have a lot of room, you probably should get a determinate type of tomato plant. So the marigolds are doing okay. I mean, they're dying off and coming back, so they're doing what they're gonna do. It's a little dry, and we watered this morning. We water the vegetables every day. But all these flowers are gonna be tomatoes. Yes, sweetie. Yeah, I am. You can see the tomatoes. Can you see them? Yeah, right there. There's tomatoes right there. There's tomatoes right there. And these are gonna be yellow. These are gonna be like yellow teardrop, like, I guess these will be grape tomatoes, but there's a ton of them. Yes, sweetie. Oh yeah, right there. I'm gonna put the sprinklers on in a little bit. And these are gonna be, if we can see them, oh right there. These are gonna be the dark, they're gonna be red and black. These are some kind of heirloom tomatoes, but all these flowers are gonna be tomatoes. But oh, we got so many tomatoes, I can't wait. There's tomatoes up here. Whoop.
Why is he tingling his legs?
I don't know. But the marigolds are keeping the ants and like bugs and stuff away, so. Yeah, see them? Oh, they look so good. That's a big cluster. Yeah, sweetie. That's a big cluster. And there's one that's red. Ta-da! And the marigolds are doing pretty good. They're keeping away, you know, bugs and ants. The smell. They don't like the smell of them.
Who are you talking to?
Huh?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to YouTube. Right here. So I got the pole back there. I bet there's no grapes. I'm not even going to bother walking all the way back there. But we got a little bleeding heart that we transplanted. And this is so pretty. This is like thriving back here in full sun. So this is a perennial. It'll come back. So I'm just going to let it die out. But it's doing wonderful. I love bleeding hearts. A lot of bleeding hearts are like dead now, but this is still going. So we got the kids over, so we're hanging out outside. Got the umbrella up, sandbox out. I put cinnamon in the sand to keep out ants and spiders, but they go back and forth. It's a grass, all kinds of stuff in here. So we have another container that's doing pretty good because the verbena, those pink, the yellow, these are like, this is a drop and bloom from Home Depot. So it's coming back. It's doing pretty good. There's calabricoa in here, but it's just not coming. You gonna follow me? Where is it? But I've been deadheading them, but I mean they're doing what they're doing. So these are some new verbenas coming.
Ooh, ooh.
It smells? Yeah. What does it smell like? Good. So these are our back containers for the back of the house.
I'm gonna go watering the water.
Okay, sweetie. So that's like a duplicate or the same or twin of the chair that's in front that I had painted in white chalk paint. This I did like a beachy kind of theme, so I had spray painted it. But I love how it's distressed, so I didn't repaint it or respray paint it. But these are doing pretty good. Verbena's coming. The petunias are doing pretty good. It's doing what it does, and that's gotten a lot better because it wasn't near as big. So there's a couple we can deadhead, just clean it up. But the verbena's coming. You got some new verbena right there. The calabricoa is doing amazing. So it's like gonna spill over. It's gonna be very pretty. And then from our CSA haul, we got a parsley. I left it next to this plant, And when we came outside the next day, that was left. So something ate the parsley, probably a bunny or a woodchuck. So we're just planting it and just letting it come back. We bought a salvia from Home Depot. So this is like the little rock garden for drainage, because the mulch was just getting swept away when there was a bad rainstorm, because I mean it's pretty much a hill right there. So but anyway, so we bought a salvia for like $3 at Home Depot. It was clearance, and it's coming back a little bit. So you see the purple, that was a rose. I didn't really take care of it. I'm not into roses, so I just let it die. This is a weed that I think my son's school, they had planted, and I didn't know what it was. Nobody could tell me what it was. So I planted it to see what happened, but I'm pretty sure it's a weed. So I'll be pulling that out. So strawberries, we had a huge harvest, and now they're coming back. I don't know if you can see that, but those flowers, those are all strawberries. This is the new growth. So what they do is they, this is how they spread. So like a stalk will come out, it's terrible. A stalk will come out and it'll kind of implant right there, and that's how you get a new strawberry plant. There's some weeds in there but we had a good harvest. I pretty much froze a lot of it, made strawberry sauce and stuff. See, these are new strawberries, and these should be bigger. There's another one in there. So after the first harvest were kind of small strawberries, but these should be like the good huge strawberries. Yeah, see, there's strawberries right there. All those flowers are strawberries. Can't wait for that. The sedum, these are gonna come in the fall. These should be purple or pink.
Wait, where's the strawberry?
Irises, yeah, they're gonna come, but they didn't come yet. The iris is, I'm just letting it die out, and then you can see, those leaves kind of dying out. We'll cut it back. Lavender, see the bees. Oh, there's bees on it. Don't water this. This doesn't need to be watered. So this we don't water. It's drought tolerant. All the bees are pollinating. You guys, you better get out of the way. If you can see them. Yeah, there goes. Yep, so they're going from lavender. We had a lily, that's gone. Let it die out, cut it back. Echinacea is coming in very nicely. Oh, there's a bunch of bees in it. You better move. Echinacea, very nice. We planted some black-eyed Susans in the back over there, but they'll probably come next year.
You want to water
the wave petunias, this was, no, you can water them, sweetie. These wave petunias, they were in a container, and I just put them in. Right here we planted some phlox. So in the spring, it's low to the ground, and it's very pretty purple, pink, white little flowers. So it should mound and cover this entire area. There used to be mums in this area, and last year they were covered with mums. They were nice and green, and then they flowered in the fall. But they just didn't come back. I think we suffocated them with mulch. So they didn't come back, but it's looking pretty good. Lavender's coming back, but not how I like it. But I love this. In the tree, we have one begonia. Something ate the other begonia, but it's just a hanging plant. And that's it. Thanks for watching.